Welcome to the Popish plot. I'm Mogwai.
And I guess I'm a dead person.
And I'm Captain Thumbs Up. Welcome to the Popish plot.
It's warm in here.
Well, you did wear a warm robe.
I have a fan.
The lights.
No, I'm cool.
Should we restart?
No,
All right. So, what are we doing, Jess?
Oh, today we are doing a collab. And it's all about one's Catholic traditions for Allhallowtide. So today,
yes.
All Saints, All Souls Day. It was started by Beth Ann at #Catholic, and there'll be links down below with like the big list and her stuff, and there's a hashtag for it as well, so you can look up through there. So today we finally had a Halloween in which we are all dressed for Halloween.
Yeah. That's a little disappointing.
No,
I
it's
really
super fun.
I was really expecting something more.
No, I make no mistake. I love dressing up for Halloween. I just also enjoy slightly disappointing you and thwarting your plans.
So
Yes.
that's our first, tradition.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we're going to play nice with others.
And I think I should start with my list of Catholic traditions for Hallowtide.
Okay.
Because I come from a Protestant family. We have no Catholic tradition. We don't celebrate Hallowtide. I mean, other than, little kids going out trick-or-treating on Halloween.
Which is awesome.
So,
Well, at least for your generation. As I've heard the numerous stories about your parents' generation about how, no, we're not begging for candy like some sort of poor beggar.
they're
Listen, if you'll just buy me candy, I won't have to go door to door.
among the more staunch Protestant groups.
The no fun nicks?
They are
They
no
were
fun
Calvinists.
nicks.
Ugh.
Yeah. There is a certain stigma about going around asking for things that you could have perfectly well gone and gotten for yourself.
Yes, true. If your kids are asking for candy, it probably means you're not rich, and therefore God doesn't love you.
It more likely means that you're not providing them the candy that you should be.
You're not as industrious as you should be.
Exactly.
All right.
Sweet mercy.
So as far as my Catholic Hallowtide traditions go, my traditions are your traditions.
Ah. And what are your traditions?
Well, in my family, we would do something 3 or 4 years in a row until you got super used to doing it, and then we'd stop and do something else. So
essentially, at the exact moment that it became a tradition,
Yep.
you jettison it.
yes.
Awesome.
Usually for some unrelated, thing, we always get together on Christmas Eve. Well, this person has to get together, with some other, side of the family. So we'll do it day after Christmas, stuff like that. So, but Halloween is my favorite holiday. It's because it's super fun. And you get to talk about death. And it's
I don't think you're allowed to call it a holiday, dear.
a month can be a holiday. In ye olden days, feasts would last for days and days on end.
We are the people that observe 50 days of Easter.
Yes.
That is true.
We're big fans of whole seasons.
I'm just saying, I think you have to call it a Hallow month.
Ah, that's fair. That's
really hard
a
to
fair
say
criticism. Plus, it sounds like it's just a month that's hollow, not hallowed.
Yeah, that's
You can call it a holy month.
maybe.
Yeah. It is.
But-
It is a holy month. It's the month of the Rosary,
It is.
which is
There's
Jess's
that.
favorite devotion. Very favorite. So, I grew up in a pretty lukewarm Catholic family, so we also don't have any traditions. But this year, by the time this airs, I've already been at it for several days. I'm doing a novena ahead of All Souls Day, because I already pray for the holy souls in purgatory, and who doesn't love a novena?
I don't. However, picking up from earlier episodes that we did in the past, I have went and redid a much smaller scale, the offerenda from last year when we were learning about Day of the Dead.
Dia de los Muertos.
Yes, as I really like that. Mm-hmm. It's a good way to remember all your past loved ones. Mm-hmm. And then you get to go and, relook at the pictures. Mm-hmm. I mean, I went looking around the studio one day going, if I was the pictures for the offerenda, where would I be?
Because she couldn't remember where she put them.
It turns out that it's in the fiction row over there.
Because death is fictional. No?
No, because there was
I'm
there
sure
was
it
a
made
tiny
sense.
space.
I'm sure it made sense at the time.
It's more the fact that my bookshelves are so full that there was a space there.
And take this as a lesson, kids. Your bookshelves should be full. If your bookshelves aren't full enough, go to a used book sale and just buy them by the bag. You need more books.
Mm-hmm. So
digital books are okay, but nothing really can ever beat printed word on pressed paper.
Buying them by the sack.
All right, I think we went off, a bit. So I made that, and then, oops.
No, holy card.
Yes, I put holy cards for friends. So
we have a holy card down.
And I also did the various favorite things to remember them by. Made pan de mort.
Ooh,
pan de mort, or as we like to call it here at the Vanderclock house, dead bread.
Dead bread.
Yes. So as Nate's side of the family is horribly unrepresented because I don't have many pictures of his relatives that aren't alive, I did do a whole thing of windmill cookies.
Because they're Dutch.
And my children's favorite thing, a can of a certain soda in honor of my uncle who was literally buried with a can of, actually I think a bottle of the soda because he was never seen without it in his hand.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I have a random rock here because anyone who's done anything on my mom's side of the family for relatives know that there is a box or bucket full of random rocks somewhere on their house.
Okay.
Like, I parked in a weird spot and I'm like, Dad, I found your bucket of rocks.
Seriously, like every single one of them has at least a bucket of rock.
Your mom was upset because she successfully hid it from him for years.
They know where it's at. And I have a tiny red Solo cup. Because a certain friend of ours would always be seen with a red Solo cup or equivalent.
Mm.
Plus, with small saints and things, we like things that are comically small around here.
Yes.
Well, I'd already bought them for an unrelated thing, saw that, and went, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Because my other option would be like to put a White Russian out, because that is the drink he suggested I drink for my 21st birthday.
Oh.
Or a bottle of Manischewitz like we did last year, but we don't have the flavor that him and Nate used to drink. So they stopped making it. I know, that was the best one.
The best one.
Anyway, so that is one new tradition that I started from the show last year that I kind of like. And the kids also like because they get pan de mort and soda.
Dead.
And we have our hand painted sugar skull. That's not sugar. It's actually porcelain. But
yes. Well, that's just because I like skulls.
Our sugar skull style porcelain skull.
Mm-hmm.
It's because this is the one time a year you can buy all your skulls for all your Mort Memorati needs later on.
Mm-hmm.
Like these ones that I made.
Yes. On the suggestion of #Catholic.
Yes.
Now, should be noted. We here at the Popish Plot are just a little bit dark anyway, so we just love any excuse to drag out more skulls. And black.
Seriously, we will find a reason to have a skull around.
Memento mori, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just happens that maybe we enjoy thinking about death a little too much.
I've gotten that. I was at work a while back, and I was talking about how I needed to finish putting together what I refer to as my bus book. It's a book of all the things that I do in my job that if I were not there to do them, somebody else would have to either have me give them instructions on how to do, or would have to learn it all themselves. And somebody was asking me why I call it the bus book, and I say,
why, Nate? Why do you call it a bus book?
Because it's the book that you're going to need if I suddenly get run over by a bus.
Yes. And for a small group with Deacon, when we were doing a discussion, and I pointed out that I really hate doing Lectio Divino, because part of the thing was doing Lectio and then like an exam.
Lexio.
Sorry, Lexio. Listen.
Latin and Jess are not friends.
She's.
I'm even taking it. I turned the sound off. I matched the words up.
You really should turn the sound up, Tim.
Anyway, but for the exam, like how I really enjoyed when we did Mort Memorati's exam, because then you're like, okay, think about you're on your deathbed, and all the people who were like 80 or 90 were like, I'm like, if anyone should be thinking this way, it's you guys.
Folks, you have to prepare.
Mort Memorati? Do you mean Memento Mori?
Yes!
We've established she and Aladdin aren't friends. I was just going to let it go.
I was going to let it go until she said it a second time, and I'm like, I really don't think that's the phrase.
I think it might be bad French. Because I was taught French by someone who spoke Spanish.
We.
See.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So, it is important that we have traditions for Allhallowtide. Because these are some of the most important days of the year. The year is drawing to an end. And I'm not talking about that ridiculous secular New Year.
No.
I'm talking about church New Year.
We're almost there.
Advent is coming, which means before that, the readings at Mass are going to get super dark. It's going to be great. There's going to be apocalypses and end times, and it's just going to be all judgy. It's going to be great. So,
Except for it's really hard to find, things to let people reflect on that.
I don't know, just tell them to think about death.
Yeah.
Black
Meditate on
screen.
death.
Black screen. White letters.
Yeah, then someone complains, and one of the other people that technically are more in charge go, we'll just delete that one.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Great big gray skull behind it.
Just like all my slides that say hell tend to get, removed.
Try to sneak in perdition, maybe?
Perhaps.
Requiem aeternum, folks. Requiem aeternum.
I mean,
You could leet spell it. HE11.
7734, 7734.
I think it's more the fact that they aren't the most well-known quotes by the various saints and stuff, so their ratio for on the screen is not as good.
So anyways.
But of course, All Saints' Day is the solemnity we celebrate for all of the saints who are in heaven. And All Souls' Day is the day when we pray for all those who have not yet made it.
You know what I learned today? All Saints' Day also happens to be the founding day for the New Orleans Saints.
That's why they're called the saints.
Yeah?
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Although, it still doesn't help with the missed thing when the Pope accidentally tweeted to them versus the new saints for the church year.
Hashtag Saints.
But it made Father Brad of the Quizzical Papist very happy.
It
It made a lot of people very happy.
Like, are they playing this year? I mean, are they playing this day? I'm totally, if I betted on things, I'd bet on them. I mean, they just got a call up by the Pope.
I think they actually won their game.
Well, they better after that.
So, anyways, enjoy your Halloween tradition, your Hallowtide traditions.
If you don't have any,
Make
start
some.
some.
Or you could go and look at the list of everyone's videos, and maybe they have something that you would like.
Yes. As this is part of a collaboration, please go to the links down below and check out some of the other videos that are being created for this collaborative effort.
Especially since of the three of us, only one actually contributed any useful ideas. We hope you'll get some more from the other collaborators.
Yes, and they're probably better at saying Latin than me, so yeah.
Lots of people are better at saying Latin than you do.
See, no. Be kind and don't agree with her.
Everyone is better at saying Latin than me.
I
But
was
when I say
kind.
it in English, it just sounds weird.
I was
true.
kind. I suggested that she might be better than some.
No, it's true. If you say memento mori, you're like, no, this is a classic reflection of the church. If you just go around telling people,
remember, you're gonna die.
and then they're like, whoa, I'm a little scared of her. Exactly. Although, maybe that would be more what we're going for.
I don't know. If you say it in English, it seems like it might be a threat more than a reminder.
That's fair. That's fair.
Remember your death.
Ugh.
See?
I don't know. That can make for an interesting movie tagline.
Well,
Memento Mori.
at the very least, during the octave of All Saints' Day, go visit a cemetery and pray. It's good stuff. And there's some kind of indulgence attached to it.
Yeah.
Or, have a picnic.
Or both.
I think usually they have picnics like outside. Plus, it's November, and up here, that is not picnic weather.
Generally not, no.
No.
I mean, the people who tend to do that tend to live in places where it's still warm.
Fair enough. So if you live in the American South, go spend some time in a cemetery. Have a picnic.
Especially if you're down where people cheer for the Saints, where they have those above ground tombs.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Makes a nice table.
That'd be fantastic. Oh, aside from that table bit, throw that in there and make me seem like a monster.
It worked, didn't it?
I'm not going to eat lunch on top of Grandpa.
So, check out our other collaborators, subscribe to our channel, ring the church bell to be notified when the next plot is uploaded, and possibly threatens to eat a meal atop your grandparents' tomb. Like this video.
And until next time, remember to live your faith.
Love your faith.
Share that love.
Eat a meal on top
How
of
dark can we get?
What kind of a monster are you?